Hi, everybody. My name's Dave Shady. I'm the director of the Division of Agriculture, and we're back live here on Facebook for our Thursday noons Facebook Live presentations. Today, I've got the honor of having Brad St. Pierre with me again. Brad and his family were the 2019 Farm Family of the Year. That's how I got to know Brad and his family. And, it's kind of cool because we've got to communicate at farmers markets and all that during the year. So welcome, Brad.
Thank you for having me.
So today we wanted to talk a little bit about the program, 20 years, believe it or not. We've been doing the Farm Family of the Year, something that was set up by the Division of Ag and the State Fair. And unfortunately, we don't have a State Fair this year, but we decided, well, you know what, we're still going to do a Farm Family of the Year. And how that's going to work out is a little different because, we don't have a fair to go to, but we definitely wanted to show the farmers and make sure that people knew that, especially in this trying COVID times, our Alaska farmers are out there producing and working hard. So, I guess let's start. What did it mean to you and your family to be nominated and to win, and how's that gone this year?
Well, it was an absolute surprise, incredible honor. It's something, the list of other farms that we've now joined is incredible. Some amazing farmers. It's something that our family will remember and cherish going forward. Farmers, many of the ones that are on the list of Farm Families of the Years have been farming for years and years. And there's not much recognition for all that hard work for farmers. And this is something that, for instance, my wife and I have been farming, either managing or working on farms for 20 years. And to get that far into any other career, there are many awards and accolades that you can get. But as a farmer, there are few, and this is one. So it means a lot. I think the big value in the Farm Family of the Year is really giving farmers more, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, exposure, more, let the public see that the farmers are there. The saying goes that you'll need a doctor a few times in your life, lawyer, hopefully fewer, but you need a farmer 3 times a day.
Exactly.
And in a state that's so food insecure, farmers bringing the food security that they do deserves an award. So I'm glad it's here, and I encourage folks to take a minute. Those farmers have been giving you something and that you need 3 times a day. Take a minute and give them a nomination for Farm Family of the Year.
So I know one of the things that was on your nomination and one of the things you do is the farmers market. So, hey, how's the farmers market been going this year?
It's an amazing thing to see the support that a community has given our farmers market here in Fairbanks and farmers markets across the state during this pandemic. Sales have been good. The veggies are delicious. The people are coming. We have farmers market managers across the state have been so adaptive, inventive, have come up with great safety protocols. And so I would say 2020 farmers market season has been a success. And I think another thing about the Farm Family is showing, what some of the criteria or nominating factors are as the community involvement of a farmer, not just the fact that they're a farmer. And I don't know if many of you might have seen the Paul Harvey When God Made a Farmer, and part of the audio is how, a farmer is strong enough hands to do the work, gentle enough hands to deliver a new calf, and then at 7 o'clock to be at the school board meeting or at the board meeting where he or she are serving. And there are many facets of what a farmer and the Farm Family of the Year are. So that's that farmers market. I feel one of the poignant things of my family being selected as Farm Family of the Year last year, the agricultural census came out, numbers, and Alaska leads the nation in new farmers. Farmers have been farming for under 10 years, which includes my farm. And I think that showing the fact that we're supporting the type of farming that's working in Alaska is important. And of those farmers, the majority of them are selling direct to consumer, so through farmers markets and through CSA. So yeah, I think it's a poignant time to have a new or young farmer. But who's 2020?
Right. Well, it's kind of interesting because with that 2017 census, it ended up being 990 farms. And I'm like, man, I tell you, but the next census, we went over 1,000 farms. And it's been kind of cool. And I literally have had representatives come up and go, do you know I had the most farms in my district, or I had this and that? And I'm like, yeah, and since we were part of that analysis of the statistics, and people get excited. And some of our strongest supporters in agriculture are urban legislators, and they understand the value of urban agriculture and the fact that the farmers markets are coming in and people are buying, so that we're taking that produce in to where the people want to buy it. Right? It's kind of hard for them to go out into the farm area, but if you can bring it in to a central location, and I think that's why the farmers markets have been expanding, as you know, from 2012 to 2017, from 2.4 to 4.5 million in sales. And I'm hearing from around the state this year's doing very well. And I really want to encourage people to, we still have, so what are we now, what is in the market that people can get to keep for the rest of the year?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do a little bragging about my market. And I think Director Shady, we're getting close to that 1,000 number. We had more farmers on one day than we've ever had in one day at our market this summer, including 4 brand new farmers. So
cool.
We're getting closer. So what's available? Oh, got to start out with carrots. It's carrot season.
And they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, the best. Carrots and turnips and beets, and there's winter squash and leeks and onions and Brussels sprouts and cabbage and kale, and there's still tomatoes and cucumbers and zucchinis. I mean, though maybe peak season was a few weeks ago, those stands are never fuller than they are in the fall. So, and one thing about food security isn't just in the summertime in Alaska, but it's also making sure we have that through the winter. So a lot of these crops, get your root cellar cooled off and get it filled up. And yeah, so it's that time, get processing. There's broccoli and cauliflower still, start blanching and freezing. And so yeah, there's all those things that you're just gonna cherish in the middle of winter when there's nothing fresh that you need in your freezer are available right now at the farmer's market.
Perfect. That was exactly the point to make. So as you were, we all get excited about talking about the markets and the food. And so I want to make sure that we come back to farm family here a little bit. So what do you think exemplifies, or if somebody's doing a nomination, what should they point out? You've been on the receiving end. What do you think were the important factors? You read your nomination, which was pretty impressive. So what are the things that people should make sure they say in that nomination for the committee to look at?
I'd say, do talk about the type of agriculture, the impact, the food that farmer is producing on your community, but also the farmer's involvement in your community. Do they serve on a board? Are they part of the, PTA? Or, do they coach a sports team? Is their family involved in, church and all sorts of other nonprofits? Are they there on cleanup days or invasive plant eradication days? And just really show a picture of the roundness of that farmer and that farm family. And, I feel that highlighting the diversity of our farmers is also a good thing to point out, but really just speak from your heart and tell the value that you see in what they're doing and all the years of hard work. And though farmers many times don't have the chance, some do, to do advocacy, it'd be another thing to talk about. And just focus on that fact that they are solving the food insecurity issue or the not as strong food system that we have here. And just think, they haven't had many accolades in their however many years of farming, and you are the piece of that pie to bring those awards or accolades to them. So yeah, I think just the roundness of the farm and the farmers and their impact on the community.
Cool. Well, one of the things we're going to try this year, and it's an option, but if the farm agrees, all of our nominees, we're going to try to do a little expose on them, show off a little bit about who they are. So because we can't go to the fair and talk about it, what we thought is we'd like, hey, can we come out, take some pictures on your farm, do a little interview, who you are, what you are, and let people see a little more in depth into all the nominees, not just the winner, which I think in the future is something that we can look to do. You know, people can opt out. You know, you can even do an anonymous nomination. We'd prefer to know who it is, because we really try to make sure that we get the full story. But what do you think about that? The fact that going out and showing the different areas in the farming, does you think people would like that?
Well, I do think that giving farmers more exposure to the public, usually the only thing that the public sees of a farmer is our finished product. And it's usually not in its original state. And I think education is a great piece for the fair and the Division of Agriculture to jump into. And if this is the vehicle for that, of showing what it looks like actually where those carrots are. We were speaking before the Facebook Live, we had a CSA tour at a farm I managed in Washington State, and we heard one of the little boys grab his mom's coat and was like, "Mom, why do they store all their veggies in the dirt?" You know, the understanding that veggies are in a clean, lit shelf at a grocery store, there's some disconnection, and that kind of education can break down those walls and also show those young people that farming is a financially viable vocation for them to study in school, to go to college, to come and to start their own farm and see what the lifestyle looks like. And, most farmers that I know didn't get into it due to the fact that they were trying to be billionaires, but because they valued the type of lifestyle, the impact it has. And we need to show that and educate the next generation so that we have farmers going forward. So yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
I think you made a really good point on the educational value of what we're doing. I think the fair is one of the best things that the state does, as to show our resources and the wonderful people we have. I mean, and it's got the historical context. I love the fair. I was really sad that we were not able to have any of the fairs to the degree that, they did their little things, which was great that we were able to pull off. Division didn't have anything to do with them, but they did the sale for the kids and that was something that we encourage people to support. But yeah, we're definitely all about supporting all of you. I mean, that's what this is all about. And so, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know how crazy busy this time of the year is for you. I look forward to coming. Like I said, I didn't even get to Fairbanks this year due to all the crazy COVID restrictions of travel and the risk. One of the things that I hope everybody realizes is that as the division and at the markets, we have all worked really hard to protect our farmers and to protect the public. And that's added a whole new dilemma that we've all worked through this year, trying to keep both the farmers and the public safe. And I really appreciate what you guys as farmers and what the farmers markets have done to make sure that we had that food out there. And again, I would encourage everybody to go to your farmers market, buy up, freeze, do the things, get your root cellar going. I know that that the last of last year's potato crop, commercial potato crop, has just been processed. Potatoes were kept through the summer and on the shelves, Alaska grown. That's a pretty good statistic to be able to show. Is about the time now we're ready to go out and do more potatoes. We're just finishing up last year's crop. That's good storage. And I think, you made a great point. We've had the University Extension folks on. We'll probably bring them back on again about how do you blanch? How do you pressure cook? How do you do those things? And really want to encourage them to go to your farmer's market, buy from your farmer. And above all, what we're talking about today is show off people like Brad and his family, show your respect and your support for these groups so that, people realize that the hard work And as you said, it's long hours, it's day and night, it's rain or sun. You're out there doing it, and that appreciation. I want to know that, we as a division and our staff respect what you guys do. Some of us do it ourselves, and, it's a big family, and we really appreciate you and what you're doing and what you've done. So yeah, with that, John, any last things you want to say?
I just want to say, take a few moments. I mean, it can happen today. Write a paragraph or two about your favorite farmer. Know your farmer, and tell others about them, and so they can relish in this great award, and the rest of us can congratulate and boast about our other farmers. So I really appreciate you having me on, Director Shady, and appreciate my family. Thanks all that nominated us, the Fair, Division of Agriculture, for the Farm Family Award, and something we'll cherish for a long time. Thanks.
Well, give my best to your wife and your kids. They were fun to visit with when you were down there. Hope to see you guys again in Fairbanks, or Esther, as they say.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you much. Okay, John, can we bring up the nomination form here and let everybody know how to make that particular nomination? We'll try to give you guys the quick list, or I should say the link, which we'll have on our Facebook, and we'll get it up on our division web page. But at surveymonkey.com, it's pretty simple. It's got, I think, 9 questions you can add to it. It's pretty open. Fill it out, and we'd really love to see more nominations come in. They're starting to come in, but we really encourage people to nominate some real deserving folks out there, so that that your farms, your farmers, and the produce we have here, that's what we want to see, that's what we want to buy, and that's what we want to promote. So with that, thank you all so much for joining in today. Until next time. Bye now.